Could Japan be standing on the edge of a historic military showdown with China and North Korea? With its defense budget soaring 15% to a record $65 billion in 2025, Japan is leaving decades of pacifism behind, ramping up missiles, new bases, and massive drills. How will this bold shift affect your safety and the fragile peace in East Asia? Stay with us as we break down Japan's strategic military transformation, rising threats, and what it means for global stability. If you want to stay ahead of this tense and fast-changing situation, don't forget to subscribe and join the conversation. Japan is undergoing a major transformation in its defense policy as regional threats continue to rise. For decades, Article 9 of Japan's post-WWII constitution limited the country to a strictly defensive military posture. However, both political leaders and the general public are rethinking that approach. A recent NHK survey revealed that over 61% of Japanese citizens now back increased military strength due to growing concerns over China and North Korea. Reflecting this shift, Japan's defense budget surged by 15% in 2025, reaching $65 billion, as confirmed by the Ministry of Defense. This marks Japan's largest military expansion since World War II, with funds directed toward missile defense, advanced weapon systems, and stronger cooperation with allies. The pacifist era is fading, and Japan is preparing for a new era of strategic readiness. In 2025, Japan is rapidly upgrading its defense posture with a focus on long-range capabilities and joint operations. It has begun deploying US-made Tomahawk cruise missiles and enhancing its indigenous Type 12 surface-to-ship missiles with extended range, capable of targeting threats deep within China or North Korea. To strengthen its frontline defense, Japan is establishing new military facilities on Yonaguni and Ishigaki Islands, located near Taiwan and the disputed Senkaku Islands. As part of deepening defense ties, Japan joined the Iron Fist 25 exercise in March 2025, engaging over 20,000 troops, advanced fighter jets, and naval fleets from the US and Australia. These efforts reflect Japan's strategic push to boost interoperability with allies and prepare for complex multi-domain warfare in a volatile regional environment. Tensions in the region have escalated sharply as China increases its military presence near Japan. In April 2025, 9 Chinese warships and 18 military aircraft approached Japanese airspace, prompting the Japan Air Self-Defense Force to scramble jets. The ongoing dispute over the Senkaku Islands, claimed by China but controlled by Japan, remains a key flashpoint. Satellite images from Maxar Technologies revealed new radar systems being built on contested reefs and a rise in aircraft carrier patrols. The US Indo-Pacific Command also confirmed that China's Type 03 aircraft carrier Fujian is now active near Japan's maritime borders. These actions reflect China's strategic push to dominate the East China Sea, raising serious concerns for Japan and its allies about the risk of direct conflict. North Korea continues to provoke regional instability with alarming new actions. On February 6th, it launched a Hwasong-18 intercontinental ballistic missile that flew directly over northern Japan before crashing into the Pacific. In response, Tokyo activated its emergency alert system, warning millions of residents to take shelter. The nuclear threat is also growing rapidly. A 2025 report from the International Atomic Energy Agency confirms Pyongyang now possesses enough fissile material for at least 70 nuclear warheads. At the same time, satellite imagery shows resumed construction at the Punggye-ri nuclear test site, strongly suggesting preparations for further nuclear tests. With its unpredictable behavior and growing capabilities, North Korea remains a volatile and dangerous player, keeping Japan and its allies on constant high alert. The US-Japan alliance has grown significantly stronger, especially following the US president's visit to Tokyo in May, which resulted in a new mutual response pact. The agreement confirms that any attack on Japanese territory will prompt full American military support. Strategic upgrades are also underway, including enhancements to joint bases in Okinawa and the deployment of F-35B fighter jets, reinforcing deterrence against China and North Korea. Beyond bilateral ties, regional cooperation is expanding. The Quad Alliance, Japan, India, Australia, and the US conducted naval exercises near the Philippines in April, showcasing collective readiness. Meanwhile, NATO announced a Pacific Coordination Unit to monitor military activity from Beijing and Pyongyang. Together, these partnerships mark a unified response to increasing threats in the Indo-Pacific region. We hope you're finding this insightful, so subscribe and hit the bell to stay informed. Japan is taking extensive steps to prepare its population alongside military efforts. In March 2025, the government launched nationwide civil defense drills that educate citizens on responding to air raid sirens, shelter-in-place procedures, and emergency evacuations. These drills aim to boost public readiness amid growing regional tensions. Additionally, major cities like Tokyo, Osaka, and Hokkaido have started constructing underground missile shelters to protect civilians during attacks. Enhancing communication, Japan introduced the Kokumin alert system in 2025, delivering real-time missile threat warnings directly to smartphones across the country. These proactive measures demonstrate Japan's commitment to safeguarding its people by ensuring they know how to react swiftly and effectively in crises. Tensions around the Senkaku Islands remain alarmingly high following a standoff in April 2025 involving Chinese fishing boats and the Japanese Coast Guard, which nearly escalated into open conflict. Experts warn that even a small incident, such as a drone being shot down or an accidental collision between vessels, could spark a major crisis. Another significant threat comes from North Korea's missile tests. If a missile were to accidentally strike Japanese territory, it could lead to a swift and strong military response. Reflecting this danger, Japan enacted a law allowing for preemptive action when a threat is deemed imminent and credible. These flashpoints reveal the delicate and volatile balance in the region, where even minor mistakes or miscalculations have the potential to escalate into a full-scale war, making vigilance and diplomacy crucial to maintaining peace. Experts widely agree that Japan is moving away from a strictly defensive posture toward active military preparedness. Professor Narushige Michishita of GRIPS Tokyo explains that Japan is strategically preparing for the possibility of a multi-front conflict, shifting from reactive responses to a more proactive and comprehensive defense strategy. Supporting this, Pentagon analyst John Kirby highlights that the US-Japan alliance in 2025 is the most combat-ready it has been since the Cold War, showing deep military integration and enhanced readiness to face emerging threats. Despite these shifts, specialists stress that war is not inevitable. They emphasize the vital role of diplomacy, deterrence, and strong international alliances in preventing conflict escalation. While tensions remain elevated, ongoing efforts in dialogue and cooperation provide cautious optimism for maintaining peace and regional stability amid rising geopolitical challenges. The stakes go far beyond East Asia. About 30% of global trade flows through these waters, making the region a vital artery for the world economy. Any conflict here could disrupt supply chains, spike shipping costs, and send shockwaves through international markets. More alarming is the risk of a nuclear domino effect. A war involving Japan, China, and North Korea might quickly draw in other nuclear-armed nations, escalating into a devastating chain reaction. Such an outcome would threaten not just regional security, but global peace and stability. This makes the situation in East Asia a matter of urgent concern worldwide, where economic fallout and military escalation could have far-reaching consequences for every nation. In the end, the rising tensions and Japan's bold military changes show just how fragile peace is in East Asia. Could a small mistake spark a larger conflict? And how will this shifting power balance shape the future of global security? These questions aren't just for experts, they affect all of us. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on this fast-changing story. Staying informed is the first step to understanding what's coming next.